All right, so we're going to try to plant things to have vegetables and fruits and things this year. So this is what I've got started. So you get to come with me from the very beginning. I already have some peas and some radish planted here on the deck. I am right on the Kanawha River in West Virginia, and there's a really big curve in the river right there, and the wind absolutely whips through here. So anything tall gets knocked down easy. We've had pools go down, we've had big glass tables flip and shatter. So we have to be careful about anything that could go down or be pulled up. So we also have a 5,000 square foot garden area at my daughter's house, and she's about 30 minutes away. So we'll let you see what goes on there. We tried doing it last year and it was a complete failure because of our work schedules, or the beginning of the season was a lot of rain and then it was just complete drought. And this year we're starting over, trying it again, because if you don't start and you don't try, you don't know what can happen. So I've got my seedlings who some of them look pretty rough right now, but they're out here on the deck getting some. It's about 60 degrees today. The wind's making it a little bit chillier, but you know what? We're going to do what we can. I went ahead and planted, I got some blueberry bushes and some blackberry bushes, some rhubarb and some horseradish from M.I. Gardener. These are Chandler blueberry bushes that I put in the fabric grow bags. I'll see what they do. The yard's a disaster. We had a pretty good storm roll through last night, and I just need to clean up. So I had a couple of big limbs come down on me. But we'll take a look at what we're working with this year and see where we end up from here. This is just with irises. I don't know, that silver lining. I thought I got lucky and I had some mugwort, but no, that's just a decorative plant. My bird houses and my bird feeders all over on the riverbank. The birds love them. There's a woodpecker right there on one right now. I don't know if you can see it. But the riverbank's a pretty bad looking mess. So I want to plant something over there. I did plant a hummingbird vine. I don't know if it'll survive or not. I'm not good at that kind of stuff. So we'll see what we can plant over there. I was thinking about doing zinnias or something just to make it pretty and bring in the birds and butterflies and hummingbirds. So I do have some strawberries planted over here, and I've never done strawberries before, so we'll see what they do. I put some hummingbird feeders up there. I'm going to plant that all in with some, flower, something. I hear more limbs cracking. Over here is... I went out to see my son in California. He lives in Northern California, and I went out to see him last fall, and I bought some Susanville garlic, and I brought it home with me, and this is what survived that the cats did not dig up. I do have cats around here. There's neighbors' chickens like to come and inspect things. So there's, we have issues. I hung my pretty solar lights up and the wind's knocked all those down, so I'll have to do something. I tried to do it with these sticky clips that I hooked onto the wood. That is not going to work in the wind that we have around here. But I do have this straw. I didn't think straw was supposed to have seed and grow, but this is growing. Some grass in here that I'm going to have to pull out, but I do have, this is promising, I have a little flower on a strawberry in there, so I'm very excited that I might get something. This is, I put this house brother, and as far as digging it up, tilling it up, or anything like that, that's not something we want to do because it's not sloped well. and there's a lot of French drains that run under here, so digging down into the soil is not really ideal. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm going to do a lot of things in grow bags and see what I can do here, and do the rest of the stuff in ground in the at my daughter's house. This I've got some rose bushes I planted. We'll see how those do. This mimosa tree, dear heavens, I cut off as much as I could get with the clippers, and now I tried to get out here with a saw yesterday, and I'm not very good at that. I need to get somebody over here with a chainsaw that knows what they're doing, so that they can get that all down, and I can try to kill this out. That we have fought with this thing for years and years, and I have read that if you drill down into the root of it, into that stump, then it will kill it off if I put like some Epsom salt down in there. So I'm going to try that. I'm trying to do everything as natural as possible and not put any chemicals in the ground, because honestly, so the Kanawha River there, the water runs, where it runs past me, it looks like it's going the waves make it look like it's going the wrong way right now, but upriver is what was known for years as Chemical Valley. There was a Monsanto plant, there was a carbide plant. So anyway, there's a lot of things that have leached probably into the ground that will never get out of it because of it. So I know I will never be perfectly healthy, and I'll never be able to do completely organic, but I do want to try to do better. So that's going to be my plan, is to try to just do better. But this right now, the lawn guy that I have to come mow my grass is, he messaged me the other day and said he was trying, but the weather has been so ridiculous, and this stays really, really damp. So hopefully he can get out this week, because I am hosting Easter dinner on Saturday, because my sister-in-law and I both have to work on Sunday. So it just keeps going around. I'm going to try to do something here. I don't know if it'll happen, but we're going to try. This is a crabapple tree. I've got really great neighbors that have been here for years and years and years. I started out back here, and this was just kind of a random. I just started throwing things out here. There's some radish in here. There's some peas in here. There's some, I may have thrown some kale and spinach in here. I'm not even sure what's in here now. It'll have to be redone and cleaned up good. So, but I do have I have a lot of space, and I love watching all of the different people on YouTube that have been so inspiring to give me the want to, and honestly a lot of knowledge as to what to do with my area. And when I see Asia from Yellow Door Urban Homestead, if she can do it in her backyard, I've got a lot more space than she does, and she does a phenomenal job. And I keep watching so many different things that really give me inspiration. And I thought about doing a YouTube channel, and I was like, nobody wants to see what's going on in my life. But really, I want to do this more as a documentation for myself as to what I'm doing, how it looked when it started, how it's going to look when it's finished. And with gardening, it's never finished. You're always adding to or taking away from. But I do have a beautiful area here. I have a beautiful view. I have wonderful neighbors. And so I figured, somebody might want to enjoy seeing me start from the beginning. That's another thing. A lot of YouTube channels I hope you can hear me over the wind. This wind is crazy. A lot of YouTube channels are already well established, and you don't see from the beginning. And I think a lot of people are intimidated and don't want to get started because it's like, where do I start? And I'm probably going to fail at a lot of stuff. I have failed time and time and time again over the years trying to do gardens because I get upset and I give up. But this year, look at these limbs that have fallen that I'm going to have to get rid of. This one actually fell on the deck earlier when, like, right after I moved. It fell exactly where I was standing. And then over here, this one fell last night. I was actually standing in the doorway and it fell, and it scared me quite well. But I just figured you might want to follow along and see what kind of mistakes I make, and maybe if I have to document this. And okay, that's not just a wine bottle that got left there because I got drunk on the patio one night. That was actually, I tried to use it to water last year. But that is not. But I've got a lot of work to do, and I think that it'll be interesting to see what happens with it and see if I can do anything. I actually started out, I'm just going to sit here and let you look at the river while I talk. I started out, I have had I've had 2 pressure canners over the years. And I have one that was downstairs in the basement that had been down there for probably a year, never even out of the box. Even the plastic wrapping was still around it from when it was delivered. Well, I broke it out the other day because I had cooked a turkey, and then I made a bunch of turkey broth with the carcass, and I was going to freeze it, and I was like, nope, go down there, get that canner, and see what you can do with it. So I did it, and I was scared at first, but honestly, it was so much easier than I even expected. So now I just want to can everything. So now I have done a run of dried beans, and oh my gosh, they were so good. So I'm trying to be a little bit more self-sustainable. I had a pacemaker put in January, so I have slowed my work schedule down tremendously. Like, I'm talking from like 130 hours, or not quite 130, but I usually did between 100 and 120 hours a week, every single week. So after the pacemaker, I went back and started doing that again, and I had to stop. So I'm down to, I work part-time now, and I can do it. I can live frugally. I can live comfortably. My car is paid for. It's an older car and it looks like crap, but it runs and it gets me where I need to go. So I'm going to focus on this, on living a more self-sustainable life, trying to do a little bit healthier, putting away food for my family because I'm tired of every time you turn the TV on, something's been recalled, or there's something in it that you need to not have or something, and you don't know where your food's coming from. And I'm tired of it, and whatever I can do to be a little bit healthier, I need to do that. So I hope you'll come along with me and see where we go, because this is going to be an adventure, absolute adventure. And I'm excited about it. So you all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.